Santa Barbara Invite Women's Final. We've got UBC versus Carleton. Yes, that matchup. The 2025 Nationals Final rematch where UBC broke to win on Universe. UBC starting on D as Naomi Fina has a nice grab to set up the Kylie McCroy point with the nice "I've got it" in the corner of the end zone. Now it's UBC's O-line's turn to take the field, and immediately they give up an errant pass despite Kurahashi's best efforts to keep it alive. Grace Liu plays some nice reset defense, gets a block, but UBC ends up handing it right back again. Gelfand puts out a stunner forehand and shocks UBC fans by getting an early break on this team to go up 2-0. On the next UBC offensive possession, after 16 passes, a couple contested, and then some super patient red zone, UBC is finally able to punch in their first hold of the game. And that will be the theme for much of this first half. Tight person defense, microscopic windows, and Carleton punishing every UBC mistake instantly. Carleton works through a pressured red zone for a clean hold, even through a huge bid from rookie Lisa Ng on the goal line. On the next UBC point, an overthrow to a bidding Kurahashi, trying to save it for the second time already in this game. Mika's doing the absolute hero work out here, and Carleton punches in their second break of the game. Then, with Gelfand continuing to put on a throwing clinic, drops a dime hammer for another score. On the next UBC possession, Wang's pass gets picked off by Hakimi, who goes up big with 3 UBC defenders hunting in the area. Like, can anyone stop this freshman? After another UBC error, Gelfand launches a massive bomb deep, but Kurahashi reads it, heels off to help, and somehow gets the layout block. Unreal effort from both players, but Mika comes up injured and won't return for the rest of the game. Her block was not completely in vain, as UBC was able to eventually punch in the hold. The next point gives us the LSF patented under layout block, but UBC ends up turning it back right away. We do end up seeing Fina with a beautiful touch fade flick to Gelfand to take half, 7-3 over UBC. Fina was dealing, Hakimi was reading lanes like a psychic, and Gelfand, the bag is so deep that it needs its own carry-on. The second half starts in another UBC reset turn, and Carleton fast breaks at lightning speed for a break right out of half. They are pumped. Then, the spark. Shaylin Wu puts out a plate on a platter for Maddie Lee, and that's UBC's first break of the game. Maddie Lee has now officially entered the chat. On the next point, she spawns out of nowhere for a diving poach block on Hakimi and then scores for the double happiness. That's 2 breaks. This is where UBC leans into their depth. With Mika out, Marshall and Bolin sitting points, suddenly the fresh legs are bringing fresh energy, and the momentum swings. But that momentum would not last long as Gelfand answers with a beauty forehand to Barton to stay up 3. That margin would be short-lived because on the sick pull play, Liu launches a bomb to Jamie Jung, and UBC brings it back within 2. Then after a Syzygy reset turn, rookie Lisa Ng punches in another break, and now it's within 1. This is the closest margin we've had since the opening minutes. In the next possession, Carleton works it all the way up but has a tough error right on the end zone line. After an unfortunate collision, Gelfand ends up with a yellow card, and UBC cashes in again. That's 2 breaks in a row. We are all tied at 10s after being down 7-3 at half. We're now in soft cap, game to 12. Carleton ends up turning it, and everyone watching is thinking, not like this, and not again. But UBC gives it right back on the very next pass, and Hakimi is too smooth with it, with the touch IO to Gelfand. Carleton is 1 away from brushing off that Thunderbird trauma off their backs. UBC then has an untimely red zone turn, and the way too early Rookie of the Year candidate, Hakimi, drops a very demure forehand for the win and the dagger. That's 12-10 Carleton. UBC's comeback was powered by their depth, Mandy Lee's 3 goals and a block, big bounce back from Wang, and high usage chaos from Jung. But when it was time to close, it was still the stars, Gelfand doing everything, Hakimi stepping up the tempo, and Fina running the first half. Carleton Syzygy are your 2026 Santa Barbara Invite champions over the number 1 seed UBC Thunderbirds.